Thanks for staying with us. Money, 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 money. So they tell us never trust the loyalty of a poor person. That has been a reference point from time immemorial. It is often said that you cannot truly call someone your friend or your own until they start to make the cheddar, make some money. Many times we hear that attitude and character are products of one's financial status. Today on the program, we want to critically discuss and examine the facts behind these lines. How true are they? What is the connection between a person's financial status and their personality? Call us, send us messages about your own experiences with people who have experienced a change of fortune. Is it that people don't change when they start to make money? Or is it that the weight of expectation that we have don't tend to be patient with them anymore? Anyway, all this we're going to discuss this morning. You can call us on the numbers on your screen. We would love to hear your thoughts. 020-1635, 2013-090-241, 63440. You can also send us messages on X, and also YouTube will be happy to share your thoughts. So, money makes the world go round, and also lets you know the true intentions of people. I know a couple where I think the wife was saying that she doesn't want her husband to have money because she just felt that if he has money, and she's enjoying this nice, humble, quiet guy that is always home. He's there, he talks to her. So she makes money, he makes just enough, and they're okay. She wanted that average lifestyle because she just felt that that's the only way she can secure the faithfulness of her husband. And then she started attending all these conferences, all these events where her mind was changing, and she's like, I got to do more. So she was then making more money, and the husband was not moving forward. And she started thinking to herself, I don't want this guy to know what I know, because if he knows what I know, the kind of money maybe, because that's when I start worrying about other things, that the real animal inside him will come out. Do you agree with that, or do you think that money just amplifies already what's there? Who wants to go first? Abigail?
Okay, so let me start from this angle. I don't think money is the only thing that makes people change. It's just that because of expectations and because of some people retrogress so much that they don't want to see beyond realities most times. For instance, we are together, we are both sipping gari in the house, and then maybe I'm like the breadwinner in my family. I have too many things to do with money, and then tomorrow I start making money and you're still there, you're not going up with me. We get to a certain point when, because of the things I am doing or because of the experiences I have less time to even sit down and talk to you again for 10 hours. You now start believing that you don't make money now. You don't begin to forget people way too often at dayhood. Forgetting that sometimes maybe the job this person has to do 9 to 5, by the time the person is back, the person is very tired. And if the person has to go to work the next day, the person still has to find a way to prepare for the next day. Sometimes it's not just money. I believe that people don't just change because of money. I believe that most friendships, when it's been solidly built, not on money, even when the money comes, you just see yourself growing together without expectations. Of course, I have friends who maybe we don't talk all the time. They know that we don't talk all the time. There were times when we would sit down and talk like our lives depended on it. But now they know that, okay, it's not because she's here, or it's not because she's somewhere, that's why she's not talking to me. And they understand. Not many people understand this, actually. Let me learn my thought.
Okay, so I don't think money changes people. I just believe that it amplifies who they are. It reveals who they truly are. And that's why people always say, there's this adage where they always say that never trust the humility of a poor man, right? Because most times he's that way or she's that way because of the circumstance or because of what they're trying to get out of somebody. But that's been said, like from what you said, it's obvious like the woman already knows who her husband, she already knows who her husband is, his character. Like, it has a certain character flaw that if money comes into play, it's going to amplify that character flaw that she believes that he has, right? And that's why she's scared that she doesn't want the husband to make much more than he's actually making. And then sometimes you find out that it's not even on the person that has now made the money. It's it's now on the people that are perceiving or having certain expectations of you, or whoever it is that has made that money. So let me give an example. I went to Houston sometime last year to see my friend, and then later in the year, another friend of mine now calls me up and says that, that she was in Houston the same time as I was, practically almost in the same neighborhood. And I said, why didn't you reach out? Because, I'm a very lively and very friendly person. Why didn't you reach out? Let's do something. And she said, no, that she and another friend of ours were just saying that, I know, your level, where you are, where we are from school days is different. So we just did not even want to call you. Or they started putting the burden on me, right? And everything. And then I paused and I told her, like, you have a problem. You have a problem. Like, at what point did you start making such distinction and start feeding such thoughts that you're putting it on me? You knew I was around. All you needed to do was call me. So don't put it on me. You need. I thought I said you need to deal. I thought I said you have a problem. You need to deal with the problem and don't put it on me. Because so life is funny how people perceive other people. But does money change people? No, I believe it amplifies. And you also need to realize that when people make money, something is making them make that extra money. Either they're working more, they've now gone to a different sector, they're now maybe in a different social circle, different environment. So even if you're moving with that person, you also need to try to upscale. Yeah. You also need to try.
Don't force me to upscale. No. I'm sorry. I don't want to upscale. I want to stay where I am.
No, I mean in the circumstance where the person is complaining.
Let me explain it. So you and I are friends. And I think it's similar to what we talked about yesterday, a couple of days ago. Both of us live in, let's say, maybe K2, right? And then you got a job in Lekki and you moved, and then the job gave you an apartment, you have a new car, and I'm fine and comfortable in K2. Now, so now you're now hanging out with your friends because now you have a new community of friends in that area. And after work, you guys do stuff. Now, my work is in Ikeja, close to me. Now, the truth is that I don't want to go over that area is not my immediate area of needs. So I don't go to the island often. Now, but because you have a new circle of friends, I don't see you often. Now, what you were saying is that the perception is that now that you're living on the island, and we can't be friends anymore, that problem is on me. Because I'm the one thinking that because you have gone doesn't mean that you don't want to be friends with me. But there's also that reality that me here in K2, I must accept that my friend is no longer here. Because we always make it look as if it's the friend's problem for growing. She's no longer there. The reality is that you cannot expect her to also continually be in that because she has to now have a new community of friends based on her work and the expression of her work. So is that conversation I want us to have is that why do we blame people for change when it's part of the reality of their lives? I don't know if it gets me, but let me come to Moyo. What are your thoughts on this?
I just feel like money doesn't make someone good or bad. It just brings out your true inner self. It magnifies your true self. Your what is actually in your heart is actually what I feel. Like, I know that some people work hard for their money, and when they have that mindset of being poor at that point in time that they are poor, they are more quiet because they feel they don't have the confidence to mingle or say what they truly want to say. But at the end of the day, money reveals people. If you are actually a kind, generous person in real sense, even if you are poor, I feel you will remain the same way when you are rich. But when you have your selfishness, there are so many people that I know that they are poor, but they have this entitlement. How do you expect those people when they become rich to be nice or to show themselves when they can't even show themselves properly or nicely when they are poor? So I just feel that money actually reveals the real you. So once upon a time, I had an uncle who was very poor, and when he became rich, he started using gold spoon. You can't use his gold spoon. You can't eat the food he's eating. You can't you can't sit where he's sitting. So I'm not like, okay, like I was amazed, like this is somebody that could not even afford the bar soap before. But grace found him. So a lot of people just take that grace as like, you won't get there. And they belittle other people. Maybe because they work real hard for it, because it depends on the kind of wealth we're even talking about. There are wealth of saying, I worked hard for my wealth. And there's wealth of inheritance.
Moyo, that thing you just said. When I say you work hard, see, there's a phase, when I say you work hard.
Old money, new money.
No, not even that. You see, when I was going through a phase recently, and I was struggling to get some things. And I was telling myself, now I know why people who are up there. They don't hang out with us, people like us. They
have
stay
their
their
circle.
lane because that work, that hard work they used to get there. All of us were not there when they were struggling. All of us were not there to support them. I was trying to raise certain things, and I was like, I was struggling. I was trying to call every dog, and it was difficult. And I was telling myself, hey, Mariah, if you get this thing done, Mariah, if you get this thing done, the way I will remove myself from everybody, because I will seclude myself, including your view. I will seclude myself because it is hard to really be in that closet when you are desperately in need. So I can understand when someone says, listen, I made this money, I did this thing, I want to now pick and choose who I think can enjoy this with me or who I think I can relate with. I don't need to be in that circle again.
So,
But
do we I'm so sorry, do we have are we also to blame when we look, for example, now we look at you that you are a billionaire, then we look at it and say, oh, she's stingy, she's like, we give this orientation already, this name to people that are rich, even though those rich people are humble people, but from afar we're already judging them by their riches.
Okay, so most of
they
the
are snobbish
This
people.
thing Moyo said is what my father raised me with, and it's taking me years to unlearn it, because my father believed that every rich person was a thief. Everybody who had money, oh Lenny, he must have stolen money. Which manufacturing organization does he have that he produced that has the kind of, my father will be trying to calculate and understand that this person is a thief. Like to him, unless you tell him, show him the workings, and he can know the workings.
And you know where that happens?
So that affected me growing up, because it didn't give me that drive to want to excel or to make money.
Do you know why that happens? Most of the time, not your father now, some people use that as an excuse to stay lazy, to say, okay, I have tried my best now. This person is a thief. So I was going to say some things. The example of the husband, the woman you were saying, she was praying that her husband doesn't get rich. It could be that those things he was doing was just doing it to pastime. It's not him. Deep down, if you ask him, he doesn't want to do it. He just wants to do something. But he's just doing it at the time to pass time. Now, some people's expectation can drain you. They will drag you. If you don't know. Okay, we are going on a break. When we come back, I'll complete.
No, please, I'll let you finish.
Okay, so some people will drain you. People who are financially intelligent will tell you that once you get there, there are certain things you will always say no to. Because if you keep saying yes, 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 you see yourself dragging yourself. Now, let me use myself for a minute. I can get a deal and I'm seeing the money. It's quite a lot of money. And then by the time I finish doing this one, that one, and I'm asking myself, so where's the money? And then I'm looking for the next set of money. So if you're not cautious, they will drag you down to that level. And once you're down, you people stay down. Nobody stays up. The reason why a lot of persons feel like, okay, you don't grow now, you don't leave me, is because you don't match me anymore. What can you do for me? Okay, I have this project I have to accomplish. What can you do to make us grow together? You don't have it. Our career paths are different. Okay. I'm in the media, you're a bricklayer. How do we work together? If I have a job... Okay.
Let me go on a short break. When I come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing our matter. Abigail was going to finish her point.
I was going to finish up with, they say something about life. In life, they use the tree analogy. There's the roots, people who are like roots in your life. Those people are deeply planted wherever you go. However you go, you will still come back and meet those people. We have those people. There are people that are just like there for a season, like leaves and branches. A time will come when it's rainy season, the friendship will blow up. When it's dry season, the leaves will drop off. So we should learn to know that people are there for a reason. There are people that will stay and there are people that will go. People outgrow friendships. People outgrow relationships. Now imagine me staying in, you staying in Songwater and I'm staying in Lekki doing my job. If I was staying with you in Songwater before I moved to maybe Lekki, it would be hard for me to go back to Songwater and be visiting you. And with time and distance, you see that it starts fading. It's natural. So what they tell you is, when you're down here, somebody is up. Don't look for a way for the person to come down. Look for a way to step up to where the person is. That way you're actually helping yourself and helping the person who is there.
Okay, so for starters, I don't believe that distance...
Oh, sorry, let me pause. You have a call. Okay. Good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. You're live.
There is a notion I want to correct. My name is Ibrahim from Abado.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
There is a notion I want to correct from what Morayo just said now. You see, during your father's period, there is a lot of integrity at play. And people don't just count anybody to just bring money that is showing riches to be rich. They have not seen what that person has really done. The difference now is because people just accept anybody that comes with money. And that is why we see all this decadence in the society now. In his own days, if you cannot show what you are doing, you cannot tell us you are rich.
Okay.
So the difference is so clear, and that is why we're having all this problem now. People showcasing rich, real wealth, and all this, and you cannot locate what they're doing.
Okay. So
during your own father's period, a lot of integrity. If you are not a man of integrity, nobody will respect you in the community. Bring a car home, your parents will question you how you get it. But now you bring a car home, your parents will celebrate, not minding where you get it. And that is why we have all these problems up and down now. You see a boy of 14 years building houses, being helped by parents to monitor it. But what is the source of the income? Nobody will know.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ibrahim. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm still going to answer what he said, but let me finish with her. So for me, I don't believe that distance should affect any form of friendship, if there's true friendship there. I don't care that I'm staying in Lekki and you're staying in some other place in Ikorodu, right? Because if we want to talk, my sister is my best friend and she doesn't live in Nigeria, and I talk to her every day.
You can afford it.
I even spoke to her like yesterday. I was working. She called me. I said, I'm working. I'll call you back. When I woke up, I saw that she had sent me a message. Are you asleep? We communicate every day. If you want to communicate with somebody, it doesn't matter wherever they are. The truth is that we grew up with some people, and then by the grace of God, if the Holy Spirit has given you the spirit of discernment, even when you do not have, you know the people that wish you well, the people that are suckers, like the people that have a certain kind of jealousy. You know it has nothing to do with wealth or not. And then you now find out that when you upscale, you consciously want to drop those type of people. You don't want them around you. First, that's an unconscious thing. It has nothing to do with wealth or money.
Okay.
Then secondly, right? Why is someone putting the burden of someone being rich on the person? For example, why do you want to put the burden of me being rich on me? Did I print my bank account and come and show you that I'm rich? You sit down there and assume that, oh, this girl, money. She looks good, she's beautiful, she must have money. And then you start having certain expectations. And when I can't meet those expectations, it becomes a problem. Did I tell you that I'm rich? Did I print my bank account? Did you see my bank account to know whether I have money? Do you understand? So sometimes there's so much assumptions when it comes to friendship and family and expectations. When you don't actually, you're calling someone rich, how do you know they are rich?
The person is rich. True.
The person can be squatting in somebody like you.
I don't understand.
Or can be managing and you're just as
God just bless them with good skin.
Yeah.
And then they're fresh. Let me
take Cecilia, come tomorrow. Good morning, Cecilia. Mark, I can't tell me you are rich. Leave that one. Cecilia.
No problem.
You're live. Go ahead, please. Are you there? Where you're going?
This morning, Sefe, there's a cartoon I watched, Tom and Jerry movie. Money is such a beautiful word. I know. So I just feel like money can create problem. A lot of people, if they make their money by themselves, they can become stingy, selfish, inconsiderate. Now, Abigail mentioned having a friend. I'm now like, okay, if we look at some celebrities and superstars, they always remember their humble beginning. So no matter how rich you are, you need to also still remember your humble beginning. Those people that were there to also support you in your time of need. Whiskey sang, Joe Elegba, I know my story. Daddy Shoke to sang Ajegunle. He was proud to mention it. So if I was your friend and I was supportive of you when you are low, even if I was living in Ajegunle, when you don't hammer, you are supposed to carry me along with you. Not saying we are at different levels now. I cannot be coming to Ajegunle because I stay in Lekki or stay in VI or stay in wherever you feel that is higher than I am. You are supposed to be there for me. Somebody that has been there for you. That means deep down, you never even really loved me.
What's your definition of support? What makes you feel that your support is, I actually saw it as support? What is the division of support?
Support is not for you to give me money. Support is for you to...
You assume that you're supporting me, but me, I'm not saying that thing that you're doing as support. I'm saying what you're doing as that you're stressing me.
No, you are living... Wait,
me.
For example, you are living in my house. You did not have breakthrough. You are living in my house. You ate my food. We drank Gary together. Probably ate eba without any meat or anything in it. Then God now blessed you because God has way of blessing people. God now blesses you. You now feel that you are too much more than me because some people do that. I know that some people have entitlement benefits. I know. Okay. So maybe that's why you are scared.
Call. Saeed, thanks for calling. You're live. Good morning, Saeed.
Hello, good morning.
Go ahead, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mariah. I'm the first time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Now, my own opinion is, yes, when you have money, you change. Those changes are normal.
Okay.
Those changes are normal. Just like when a woman gives birth to a new baby, somebody who has not given birth before, at the moment you give birth, there will be changes in your body. The same thing with money. When you have money, you change. Where you are living now, you don't want to live there, but because you don't have money, you want to live. You are staying there because you don't have money. The moment you have the money, you just live. So those changes are just normal. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I want to say something. Okay,
yes, go ahead.
You know that there are actions that can be very discouraging. I have some set of people on my contact list that the only time they call me is when they want to ask for money. They were friends from old and they were good to me at some point. And me, I don't withhold goodness from people, even people I don't know. So, but there's this person that every time you see his call is for money. So whenever I see his call, I just know this person wants to ask for money and he never disappoints. So at some point, I'm like, this person was good to me in the past, but I don't like this thing he's doing. You don't call me only to ask. You don't call me and ask, how are you? Are you okay? Have you done well? You just believe because you're seeing my status, I have all the money. You could even be calling me the day I don't have money. And most of the time, when you call, I send you 5K or 10K, you'll be looking at me like, okay, what's this? You don't know that 5K and 10K you've given to like 3 or 4 people is taken from your salary. So those kind of friends, will you tell me that I will start looking back, okay, you don't get money now, you want to forget people that. So I feel that these people, activities, and there are people you can't help, I'm sorry. There are people who just have that mentality that, I don't see you as multi care because I buy jam form for you, you go school, now you go train all my children. People are like that.
That's the reality.
My child is sick, now you. Hospital bill, now you. And then the day you say no, they say, and I mean buy jam for from. That thing that is even doing, say, is me that sets the foundation. Those mentalities tell me if you want to continue as a person.
Fantastic. Let me take this call. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Yeah, good morning, lady.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
I will just do this in a few seconds. Does money change people? The answer is yes. And how does that happen? Money will change you to who you originally are. When you don't have the money, you'll be pretending to be that person you are looking like when you don't have the money. But you know inside of you, there is something you are. So if I want to go real, I will just tell you, the money will just bring out the original you. The poverty state is not bringing out the original you. You are pretending in poverty. So anybody who has a genuine intention for life, from any state you find yourself, you are who you are. If you make money, it doesn't change who you are. When I mean changing who you are, maybe we need to also draw a line to say, what is this changes? Is it about packing away from where you were living to another place? I don't think those are the changes that money can cause. The changes we are talking about is class. If you look at some people, they don't have value where you are anymore because you have moved. So in that case, I would say such a person has been pretending. He's not even comfortable with those people. He just
Thank you, Francie. I don't even think it's pretense because the truth is that a lot of us don't know who we really are. You've not met the real you until you have some money. Because some of us, you think you're good, you think you're a kind person. Oh, I'm a nice person. When money gets in your hands, you now realize, okay, maybe I'm not as nice as I thought I was. So sometimes it's not as if they're pretending. They themselves haven't truly discovered who they are. I have to wrap up with this topic, but go ahead.
I wanted to answer her when she was talking about like when someone becomes rich and they become selfish or stingy. You know, a giver is a giver, whether they are poor or wealthy. Do you understand? Someone that will have 10 naira and they're willing to share the 10 naira with you. And when they become wealthy, it amplifies their giving. A giver is a giver. It has absolutely nothing to do with money.
Okay, I have to wrap up with this. I mean, I think this has we've done a good job with this topic, but let me wrap up with Mr. Tijani's comment. He said, yes, sister, I have a personal experience on what you're discussing. True friends reveal themselves when they are no longer in need of benefits deriving from your friendship. I have learned this the hard way, especially with the 2 childhood friends I helped settle in the UK while I was in England in 2001. I provided opportunities, support, and guidance just as I would for myself. However, once they stabilized and gained their footing, their true colors emerged. They betrayed our friendship, showing that their loyalty was conditional on the benefits they received from me. It's a painful realization, but I've come to understand that some people are fair weather friends, only sticking around as long as they need you. Now, I prioritize nurturing relationships built on mutual respect, trust, and genuine affection. You see, what he said did something, opened something to me. Let us be real with ourselves. In life is a journey. There are some people you meet at the early stages of your life. They will not come to the second or third or fourth stage of your life.
Exactly.
And they came there for a reason. So maybe this person speaking say that God brought you there to help those people. Now, they might not be your friend afterwards because you've done the assignment God has given to you. But where they might repay you back might be through the children. You might not even know about it, but you have sown a seed. So sometimes when friends, the issues we have, because when we do good for a friend, or you just when you bought your jam form, you expect that person owes you almost for life, and it shouldn't be. You've sown that seed, let the person go. If that seed will germinate, it might not be through that person directly, it could be through their seed, it could be through a circumstance. Something can happen in future where that seed will speak for you. But the moment you are demanding, then every blessing that God could have restored for you, you are taking it already. You're already taking it by yourself. When you allow that thing to germinate, and when you most need that thing, God will let that thing speak for you in future. So as friends come in various weather, in various seasons of our lives. But let us understand what it is. You're my friend today because you're lady of your view. If I leave your view today, Abigail, I may not call your number again. Not because I don't like you, not because we're not friends, but I might not, because your view brought us together. Unless we are intentional about building that A-B relationship, then we can have a friendship after your view.
Let's not throw that word anyhow, friendship. Sometimes people are not your friends. They are just there, your colleagues, your neighbor, that you have something working for you. That word friendship is what we throw around all the time. Now, for the comments this our listener, viewer said, it could be, most times when people go abroad, you think that they are having it all rosy. What if the person is actually battling with life? What if the person hasn't settled in? What if the person has somebody that is choking him and he has to offset? I tell people, be careful with these expectations. Don't sit here and think that you know what is going on, even with your family member, because you don't know what they're going. I put myself in the shoes because sometimes you're asking me for money, you think I have it. Maybe I just bought something. You think, oh, she has the money, now I can act. And maybe that's the last money I used. Do you understand?
Let me go on a very short break. When we come back. Let's stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing this issue of money, because how money destroys friendship, relationships, and even the expectations people have of their friends and loved ones who are rich, quote unquote. And Mark has also told us that you can't say you know somebody is rich. You've not seen their bank account, but because they choose themselves and they look good, you assume, and Amaka is very wealthy. I see you look pretty, and like, this girl has money. Yeah, send me $10,000. Shasha. She's wondering where am I going to get the money from? But let me let you jump in here. Amaka, leave that one. You look rich.
Help me.
You can't tell me. You can't tell me anything.
Help
You are rich.
Help the helper.
What? See how they bring on your body.
Help me. So the thing is this. Okay, so I want to ask you a question, right? So Maria, you know how society has told us that we should prioritize our self-growth.
Mental health. Yes.
Self-growth. You should put it's a form of self-care. Okay,
Yeah.
Because I want better for myself, no problem. Then they also said that, I don't know who said it, that when you're in a group or in a circle and you're the highest person there, it's time to go because you're stunting your growth. You need to go to another place where you're the smallest so that you can grow and grow again.
Motivational speakers has
That's another one.
Yeah.
So Maria, I want to ask you people this question. So if I have a circle of friends where I'm the person that has the money.
Yes.
I'm the person that is giving and helping everybody. I'm the person that when it comes to business, they will call me and join me from morning till night.
Now, actually get that question.
So after all this, I'm the one that is, I'm the friend that is, in fact, I'm the one that everybody looks up to. That's
you have connections.
I have connections. Now me with everything. Maria, please, what will you people advise me in this kind of friendship?
So,
as my mother, friend, anything. What will you advise me?
Let me put on the cap of Obiajulu Ugbo. It's not me speaking. This is BC speaking. You will need to find, you will still keep your friends, no doubt about it, but you need to find a new circle of it, because they tell us, not just Obiajulu, I mean, other people say that you have to, once your circle is not what's the word they use, is not serving you. It's time for you to find a new circle. Because the truth is that people are likely to pull you down to that level. And everybody's aspiring. They also want to leave that circle and come to your own circle. So everybody needs something to aspire to. So it's important for you to leave that circle. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't have that responsibility or love towards them. Because your personal growth and career is different from your circle of friends, I think.
So show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. So for you to be in a circle of 5 people, you may not all have 10 billions in your account. I'm sure the kind of friends you have, they are not the ones that all you sit and talk about is gossip people. So in your circle of friends, you have there's something called social capital. So where money is lagging, this person can be your prayer partner. This other person can be the one that gives you the financial advice. This person can be the one who knows one way or a shorter way for you to do it. That you think you have outgrown your friends. It shouldn't be monetary. Wealth shouldn't be based only on money, because you have other things that there are people that you can
value
call.
They bring to the table.
Like somebody in this TVC now, he doesn't like me calling his name. I just called him and things happened. What I could have spent like 200K or more money, he just made a phone call and it happened. That kind of person, you will not say, okay, because you see him in a certain type of way, he's not driving the latest car and all that, he's no longer serving in your people. If you have a circuit, a close circle you call friendship, I think you should be talking about, like the kind of friends I have. We don't sit down to talk about people. We're talking about, okay, I just finished from nursing school, I'm doing this in my farm and this. Okay. That's what we're talking about.
Okay. Let me take Odunayo. Come to you, Moyo. Odunayo, thanks for calling. You're live.
So I would just say true success humbles, is supposed to humble. But money actually feeds the soul, money feeds the ego, not the soul. So I want a situation, please let me quickly do the disclaimer before I move on with my thoughts. The people that used to think that because we are on TV, we are acting, we are shaking it on, we are, I beg. I remember giving somebody 40K to travel and the person says, is this all? Is this all?
40,000.
Like, please, I'm tired. Let me just put it on national TV. I beg. Disclaimer. It's no, we have a life.
See you now.
Please,
why would you give someone 40,000 naira? What is wrong with you?
No, the person needed it for transportation.
Amaka, you alright? 4,000 is a lot of money.
400,000. What is 40,000?
You see, all like the attitude.
So number. Let me
no problem. So I just feel like according to what Amaka said, I just feel like the person that you are, we actually always still manifest itself. Sometimes we suppress it by the state or the situation that we are at the moment. But when we now get the blessing that we have.
You know, when we were talking, I just remember something. A friend invited me out to lunch. No, I invited, so we wanted to go for lunch together. So she said, oh, I should come to a restaurant that she picked. And I said, no, come to the restaurant that I picked. So we kept going back. I said, this is my own favorite restaurant. She said, oh, she has her own favorite restaurant. Eventually, we decided to go to my own favorite restaurant. And she came, and both of us were there. So by the time it was time to pay the bill, of course, I was willing to pay the bill. Like, she now said, how much is it? She now saw the figure. I said, oh, no wonder you like it. It's so cheap. Oh, their food is so nice. Their food is so cheap. In my mind, I'm like,
she spends in dollars, I'm sure.
But is the food good? So, the food was really good. And she also acknowledged it was really good. But the point she was trying to make was that you need to come to my own kind of restaurant. Now, to help my own mental health, I said, no. This restaurant, I can vouch for this restaurant. So anytime you and I are going to meet, you will come to my, I refuse. Because I am not ready to go and taste that show. Because she told me the figure of one plate in that restaurant. I understand it. I appreciate it in you. When you and your own friends go for that restaurant, you can pay. But me, Morayo, as I am, I cannot be put on that kind of pressure. So as long as it is me you're talking to, you're going to have it. You will come to this my restaurant. We will have lunch and we'll enjoy it. Exactly. When I feel I am at that level that I can pay this kind of figure for one plate of food, maybe I can consider coming to your restaurant. But I'm not going to allow you force me into your circle. So sometimes we must know who we are and we must be content with where we are. And our friends must understand we are still friends. But my friend must understand that I'm not willing to come that close. It doesn't mean that I'm less of a person.
Does it, please, I have a question. Does it also boil down to the learning? Because I know that every child is supposed to have a learning year. Like, it will define who you are, who your personality should be, how humble you should be, especially if your parents taught you that way. Now, earlier on, you said your dad, the orientation, it took you a long time for you to unlearn it. So at the end of the day, what I want to ask is that if truly you've been taught humility from the get-go, from your parents at a young age, no matter how successful you are, no matter how rich you are, would you still remain humble?
Wait, I need to take this call. I need to ask that question. The caller waiting. Good morning, Buki. Thanks for calling. Your live.
Right, good morning.
Oh, Victory, go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, like your topic speaks. Money actually changes that have this inborn ego. Do you understand? But if you have these humanitarian features within you, I don't think you need to showcase anything, because though I know fully well, people that work hard and for their money find it very difficult to just give out like that, except they see that you have a project that is comprehensive and that will have an impact in the society. But if it doesn't have those kind of projects, just a giveaway, nobody wants to work for hard-earned money and just give it away like that. But if a friend comes around you and you see that the project is putting across to you is profitable and will have an impact in the life of that person, why don't you go ahead and do that? So I don't really think money changes people like that. Okay. Except if you have this inborn ego, that's when money changes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kumwe, I want to ask that question. Okay. I didn't get. I was being distracted. Okay. What's the question?
I said in summary, when we grow, we are supposed to be taught love, humility, humbleness. No matter how successful we become, we're supposed to have this personality trait in us if our parents are good and taught us right. So if you become successful later on in life, is money still supposed to humble you, make you have humility?
Yes.
Interesting. Who wants to answer
so let me answer you. Being humble is amazing. Humility is everything. Do you understand? But then don't
flaunt it.
No, don't let humility deter you from growth and being foolish or let people take advantage of you. Let me give an example. So in secondary school, I was that child that I didn't like to eat, right? I'm not, people always see me around food, plenty, but I don't eat. So I had plenty provisions, different lockers and stuff. So, and I had friends that were living in Lagos, which was a bit far, and the parents, they used to visit them. So everybody was eating from me, okay? I don't have problem. But then there are just one or two things, I like to snack, there are just one or two things that I'll take out for my own self. I'll keep for my own self. You can have every other thing. But then some of those friends will still go and take that one that I'm giving you every other thing. That particular one I've kept for myself. You still want to take that from me, even knowing that I don't eat, right? And then and in situations like that, you have to put your foot down and say, no, even if I'm this person, I'm not going to let you take it, because I've not heard later that they even think that I'm a mumu. Just to see me as saying this one Namuku. So don't let people put you in that category that you're humble, but you need to put your foot down when it matters, so that those people don't think that they're taking advantage of your humility. Because they feel that you have more than
humility is not stupidity. Humility is not timidity.
Yes.
So when they tell you to be humble, you don't come into a room full of people who are hungry and you start flaunting the food. Oh, I had food in Japanese restaurant, all those. That's the insensitivity. But if you're humble, you come to a room, everyone is soaking gari, you forget the 10 billion in your account, take spoon and eat. You were there before. You relate with them like humans first before all that. I was going to say, the example you gave us, Mariah, of your friend and all that, sometimes we should, friendship is about showing the trueness of your personality, your vulnerability, your successes, everything. So sometimes the reason we have this crack or gap in friendship is when it's always one-sided. When you said, okay, you went to the restaurant, you said, you must come to my own restaurant too. Yes, we know that you want to preserve your money, but there are friends that you can say, okay, let me try what you have there. There was a time when if they told me I will count 200K or something more to buy something for myself, I'll say no, 3-5 is too much, I cannot use. But you get to that stage because of the kind of friends you have. You can aspire. Some friends inspire you to aspire.
Absolutely. So I get that. I was doing it for myself. My own mental health. I didn't. It's not because she did anything wrong. As I said, I loved it for her. I admire. I've seen pictures in that place, and I know she loves it. But me, Mariah, I know myself. If I try, because I love food. If I go there once.
Okay, I get it.
And it's self-preservation.
I know my limits. I know what I can do, and so I don't want to test it.
Feel bad that you said
absolutely,
that.
That's why she knows now. You understand?
You understand. They can be real with each other.
I find out that their food is good. I will spend that money, and I don't have, and I'm not rich enough to spend that kind of money.
And you should respect in friendship. You should respect people. I respect people that put their cards on the table and they're honest with me, and I know where I stand with them at every point in time. Then that you come with me to that restaurant and then you're grumbling, and then you got me complain that this was your last money, or that why you had other priorities. I need to eat because you're trying to make me happy. No, put the cards on the table, and then if I want to pay for both of us and I say, I want you to come and experience this, and I'm going to pay for it, and it's all good, but let me know where I stand with you at all times.
Let's take a few comments on social media. There's something concerning this humility that I wanted to address with Moyo, because I hear you. You know, we're all raised with that. Be humble. You know, when Mark Zuckerberg came to this country, he was in T-shirt and walking around the Yaba. Look at all the billions of dollars he has, and yet it was. So we understand the place of humility, and that's how we were raised. But I think the real learning that we are trying to do, with a lot of coaches are trying to tell us now, is that even though we're raised this way, the truth is that the life is for those who are rugged, who are fierce. So in being humble, but also we are trying to encourage young people that you need to go out there and fight for what belongs to you. So humility is important, but at the same time you must balance it such that you have enough fierceness for the kind of, because I think it was Pastor Balaji that was saying recently, talking about one tribe over the other tribe. It's not because one tribe is better than the other tribe, but just saying there's a tribe that is somewhat raised to just not let's respect. Let us be understanding. There's another tribe was raised that you are your own God, you are your own, you have no master, you are the Lord. You can enter any country, you can conquer, you can be successful, nobody can stop you. So you take a bit from that, you take a bit from here, and then you find a balance. And I think that's what the entire message is. We have to wrap up with any comments.
Hafik's word said you must drop some friends if they are not adding value to your life. Value is not money. And then can we
unpack that for a second? Dropping some friends. And I think Abigail said that earlier. You see, there are different kinds of friends. The good, the bad, the ugly. And everyone has the value. Even the ugly is teaching you certain things that you are not going to understand until maybe in future. You can have a friend who does some really ugly things to you, and because of that friend, you cut it off. But that's a lesson. Your experience with that person is a lesson that will help you and prepare you for the future to know and how to spot this kind of thing. So everybody has a role to play. So let's not say discard. You can discard because you don't want them to come and destroy what God has blessed, but it doesn't mean that they don't have a value they bring to your life. Let us see it differently. That's
sometimes they're not bad people. They just don't align with your values.
Exactly.
Yeah, and exactly what Dami Ebik said here. She said, it's a natural thing. You evolve, and sometimes not all friends will evolve with you.
So
we have to wrap up now. I think that's all we can take on this segment. But in a nutshell, don't let money destroy your friendship. You know, money is important. Money is a means of livelihood. It's something that we all hope to have. But at the same time, let it not destroy family relationships and the essence of our being. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll bring in our guests to stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So, unfortunately, our guest is yet to be here. We're hoping she can come in as soon as before the show runs out. But in the meantime, we'll continue with our previous topic because there's still quite a bit of angles we've not discussed. For example, there's an angle that a successful person enjoys the fact that all his or her friends are not as successful as them. So they like to be the one that gives them, the giver's hand is always on top. So they like that their friend, maybe their classmate from school, comes around and please give him 100,000 naira. And that one comes in, maybe their childhood, the neighborhood friend. Oh, you need help, give them 200,000 naira, you know? So we love that where you are the one on top because you don't want to show the way to the others because you enjoy being the person that everybody comes to. You know, when there's family meeting, you are the child, even though you are the last born. But the one they call, everybody calls, we've not heard from John. We cannot start the meeting because he's so you would like, you don't want to employ or empower your family members because you want to remain the person that everybody comes to. That is another angle that we've not talked about because people will say, can you blame him? He doesn't want them to pull him down now. So go and make your own money. He found his way. You need to go and find your own way. What do you say to that?
So okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So for me, I call that kind of person a gada bachuroso. Like I said, now you be the hindrance in other person's life. Because it's one thing.
When I was making my money, you're not there.
So Morayo, you know, it's sweet, say I get, you get. You see, there's this song that I've been listening to recently for so long. This of a song where he says, say I no say life is sweet, or say that they do contribution that they add for group until I can't touch money. Say good, say you get, I get. So when they drop location, I go come, you go come. We go begin to enjoy. Things go to happen. You understand? So to be nice, say I get, you get. And if I have, and I can show you the way, you see, there's enough for everybody. There is enough. Well, if they tell only Yanga Lagos, if they tell all the shops in Lekki Phase 1 to close, they tell only Yanga Lagos deal for 1 week. We cannot. It will not. How? It will not be possible. We will not be able to sustain. What am I trying to say? Some people just are wicked. I call those people witches and wizards. Because why are you friends with someone that is trying to impede your growth? So this kind of thing, those other friends have to pray for spirit of discernment to see that even though this person is helping me and giving me handouts, they are giving me fish, but they are not teaching me how to feed. I also have those kind of some friends that are really good at and culture that and at pretending that they let you feel like, oh, there's this deal, or I know this person that wants to help you. Come, let's go. You feel like this person is always introducing me to people or to opportunities. But then you keep wondering, why is it not clicking? Because some people still go behind and tell the people that this person does not have, she's my friend, but she doesn't have the capacity.
You help a friend to get something, they get it, and they now use that thing against you.
True.
And they work so because you bring them closer to you because you want to help them.
They take it from you.
And then they come close to you. They now know who your connections are, who your sources, and then they go straight to your sources and try to take away from where you are actually benefiting from. It happens. That's why so people who say, I beg, stay your lane, make mistake. It's not because they don't want you to grow, because they have also learned through experience that if you show the way to these people, they will be the ones to knock me off.
They take the bread, they take the bakery, they take the flour, everything.
Because they can actually be better baker than you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they have the capacity to be a better baker. So when they now get to that bakery, they will definitely buy off the bakery. And you're a mini baker, you're getting by. But they have the capacity and they take you off. So that's also a fear that people have.
I believe some people are so poor, all they have is money.
Yes.
That's the only thing they have, money. Take away that money from them, there's nothing else. So I feel the reason a person will have the means to elevate another person and hold back is just pure wickedness. The person is not a good person. And there are people who want to be the ones that you shout, Baba Tuale, should I come there? Hey, the center of attraction and attention. There are people that they just want to be the one that, have you seen the car this person, So those kind of people, I don't think they're just not good people.
Right.
It's not because...
Unfortunately, we have to stop here because I'm told our guest is here. So it's important for let us give her time because she's been here now. So let us give her her time. Let's go on a very. We have to wrap up on this. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we bring in our guests. Stay with us. We have to wrap up.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.